In 2006, Oprah Winfrey invited scientists to come to her show to discuss a growing number of cases of mad cow disease around the world. Her guests suggested that the disease has the potential to become more devastating than AIDS. Their talk was so shocking that Winfrey hasn't eaten a hamburger since. Bovine spongiform encephalopathy, known as mad cow disease, is an infectious disease in the brain of cattle. Humans that eat tissue of infected cattle will die from a similar disease. Prions are abnormal proteins that are like viruses. They can be found in the brain, spinal cord, eye, and nervous system. Prions have been found in the tissue of cattle diseased with BSE. Prions eat away the brain, creating small sponge-like holes. The holes then cause slow deterioration within the brain and eventually affect the whole body. The brain abnormalities can cause humans to have difficulty walking, ataxia, dementia, depression, and can eventually cause death. BSE can attack any meat-eating human. Even cooking meat does not eliminate prions. In 2003, the U.S. found its first case of BSE. In 1980, there was a devastating outbreak of BSE in the UK. The most recent discovery of cattle with BSE was in Canada this year. There have been approximately 188,535 deaths because of BSE. 99% of these have occurred in Britain and European countries. BSE changes lives and families. Peter Putnam is just one example of a person diagnosed with BSE. One month he was delivering speeches in meetings and running marathons. The next, BSE had affected him so badly that he could not walk or eat. The only advice doctors could give him was to just take him home and love him. The scary thing is that scientists estimate that hundreds, if not thousands more people are living with the disease unknowingly, just like Putnam. There is no way to detect BSE in blood, and people can go years without feeling any effects of BSE. It is unbearable to think that a steak someone ate years ago could contribute to his or her future decline and eventual death. Scientists are still very unsure of what is causing cattle to become infected with BSE. The disease, however, only started to infect cattle around 30 years ago. Something triggered it, and if we can figure out what this is, we can learn to prevent it and maybe even cure the disease. The only way to stop the disease from infecting humans now is to catch infected cattle and slaughter the herd. The spread could easily happen again today if farmers are not careful. The instances in the U.S. and more recently in Canada show how easy it is for one infected cow to throw a nation in uproar. Until we are able to find how to better detect and treat mad cow disease, there will be no way to make sure if you are really safe as you take a bite of your hamburger. There needs to be more funding for research on how to identify and deal with the cows that have the disease, as well as humans who have gotten a similar one. Until scientists can learn about the fairly new disease, there is no way to tell how many more people will be affected by eating meat, or even more frightening, how many people are already affected.